Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Late Night Vision Show. This is episode 194. We are right in the middle of the SHOT Show. This is live. We've got the Taurus booth behind us. We are in the booth where Burris was supposed to be, Burris and Steiner. It is empty, and we have snagged basically a couple of lunch tables.
That's right.
to record this show, but we're trying to do it. And this show is going to be all over the place. It's not going to be too terribly long. We got our notes right here from the booth. We want to give some highlights, run through the manufacturers, see everything we've got brand new, maybe some stuff that on the other shows that were kind of skipped over. There might be some stuff that you might have heard about that you may not hear about in this show because we're needing more information, wanting to wait on more information. But Jason, this has been it's been a busy show. I mean, there's a lot more people around here than we thought, right?
There is. There's a lot more people than we thought it was going to be. We really didn't know what to expect. We're kind of afraid it might be a bust. You know, a lot like Burris and some of these big brands in the industry of the hunting and outdoors had dropped out of the show, but most of them are all still here, and there is a lot of people. And so it's a busy show, and we didn't know what to expect, but it's been good. And we have gone around, seen all the manufacturers that that we normally deal with on the show. We've met with them all, and got some exciting news. Some things that we didn't know about until we got here, which we always like. I like to come to the SHOT Show and get some, it's like Christmas morning, opening a present. You don't know what you're going to get, and I'm just really glad we did have a couple surprises, and we got to get our hands on some stuff that, y'all had probably heard of, we had heard of, but we had never actually got some hands-on time with it. So anyway, let's just jump in and talk about a few of these things real quick here, Hans.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with Bearing Optics. That's the first booth that we walked in, or just about the first booth, one of them that we walked in when we got into the show. So first of all, we want to congratulate them. Now, during this whole show, there's going to be pictures flashing all over the place so you can see new product, see some of the people in the booth. First one, congratulations, Bearing Optics. They got the Best Entry Level Award from the Late Night Vision Show for our Best of 2021 shows. Got presented a trophy that you're probably seeing right now. There was a lot of people in the Bearing Optics booth. It was, 2 years ago, I remember the difference, what we talked about, how the Bearing Optics booth 2 years ago was pretty small. This year, I mean, it was much bigger, more people in there, a lot of products in there.
There's a lot going on.
A lot going on. So first things that we want to talk about that I don't think that we've mentioned before yet, before this show. We did see a prototype for the Bearing Optics Super Hogster LRF. So there have been some rumors about it. Some people have called and asked about it. When you're calling Outdoor Legacy and asking about that, because there have been some rumors. The rumors are true. We did see a prototype of a Super Hogster LRF. We don't have a time frame as far as when that's going to be here.
Don't have a price yet.
Don't have a price, don't have a time frame, but we do know that I anticipate at some time it's going to be out very soon. The other surprising optic that I saw, and that we both saw, a Super Yoder and a 2-power magnification 640 resolution.
I like that. I like it a lot.
They've got the 3-power now, coming out with the 2-power 640 for all you guys that are taking a little bit closer shots than the guys with the 3-power. So that's a great thing.
That's two scopes that we really didn't expect to see for sure. Knew that there was a possibility of some of this happening. Really glad to see these two. Again, we don't know price points and ETAs right now. All that will be coming soon. As soon as we find that info, y'all know that we'll be bringing it to you here on the podcast. Moving along, we went and checked out AGM. They've got a lot going on at their booth. Busy booth. Lots of optics. I'm sure that y'all saw that, or a lot of y'all probably saw the interview where we had Trent Hinkle on here. We released that on Tuesday, opening morning of the SHOT Show, and Trent kind of went over what all was going to be new for the year. And we had him on here also while we were in the AGM booth today. We gave them their award for the best entry-level thermal optic as well for the AGM Rattler TS35 384. So we gave them that award, and great scope. They got a lot of stuff coming, and some of the stuff is actually already here. We've talked about it a little bit. That's going to be like the varmint LRFs, Those units are already on the shelves and selling. We've got the Fusion LRFs, and well, actually the Fusions come in an LRF and a non-LRF.
Right.
We're really focusing right now on the LRF models. We really like those. They're only $200 more for the models that have the laser rangefinder, and it's not really a big unit. And I'm thinking for $200, take the laser rangefinder. And those units again have got the 18650 batteries. We're always excited to see that, and varmints do as well. The thing we really wanted to see here, and we did get a chance. We had to come back a second time to be able to see it. They didn't have it the day the show started, but that was the Adder. That is going to be a new thermal line that's in a 30 millimeter, a traditional daytime scope tube housing. And so we got some hands-on time with that, playing with it. It's still a prototype, so we couldn't tell a whole lot about it, but looks really good. No specific time frame. I think they're saying maybe Q2 is the goal on that. I think there's going to be several of those models. We'll be getting those, testing them. So again, stick around. We'll be talking about those. Another interesting thing that was mentioned at the AGM booth is they're going to relaunch the Secular line. That's a line of thermal scopes that they had a couple years ago. Going to be interesting to see what these are about, and kind of how this plays out. I'd be interested to get my hands on them, test them. No ETA on those either, but we will be checking those out hopefully later in the 2022 year.
So we're going to turn the page here, literally turning the page. All right, Pulsar. We've got a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
Lots to talk about here. A lot of new stuff. Let's just start out. First of all, congratulations on their award. They got 3 awards. Best digital night vision scope.
That was for Sightmark.
Sightmark, yeah.
Just for you don't know, the parent company is Cellmark.
They're together. Yeah. So we're handing the awards to the same guys in two companies in one booth. Anyway, best thermal scope under 4,000 for the Thermion 2 XQ38. Best thermal scope under 5,000 for the Thermion 2 XP50. So getting into the new stuff. First one, going to catch your eye right away, the Talion. I'm showing a picture right now. It is, it's got an interesting design and look. Nothing like it that I know of that looks anything like it in the market. One thing I did notice on it, what I really liked, a removable battery.
Yep.
Removable, rechargeable battery, focusable objective lens. It seems to have a lot of the other functions that the higher end Pulsar scopes has, and it's going to be at a good price point. I mean,
$24.99.
Yeah. So,
focusable. Yeah, and it's an APS-5. That's a current battery. That's not a new battery. It's one that's already in the Pulsar line, and removable, replaceable. Really like that. It's supposed to have good battery life as well.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to see that in the lineup for the best of entry level scope for 2022. That's definitely going to be in there. Stay tuned, reviews, hunts with it. We'll be doing everything, testing it. You're going to see a lot of content with the Talion. Now, I know if you see this, obviously it's Thursday. I would not call us on Friday. I want to know if you can order it yet, because we have no idea on time frame on it.
I think they're saying Talion. I'm looking at my notes here. Yeah, it may be like March.
Yeah,
so this stuff, and I do want to say one thing. I have time frames on all this Pulsar stuff. We probably won't list every time frame they gave us here, but it's all basically February, March, April at the latest. I think a lot of this stuff will be coming in the next 60 days, maybe 90 at most. They did tell us, again, we'll see if this happens, but they told us that this is not stuff they're expecting to drag out until late summer or fall. I know that sometimes this new stuff gets announced and it takes months and months. I'm not saying this can't happen, but they're saying right now that they believe they'll be able to get production on all this stuff up and moving here in the next few weeks.
So stay tuned. When you start seeing it on this show, you know it's go time. It's ready to start buying it if you want it. But you remember how popular the Thermion XM30s were?
Oh, yeah.
When they first came out?
They're still popular.
We sold out in 8 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Everything we had in 8 hours. This is going to be the same thing. Anytime you put out a price competitive scope like that at $2,500 range with everything you're going to get, I do believe it's going to be even better than XM30s. and even more popular. So it's definitely going to compete against the other scopes that are in that price range. Next thing, I know it's not a huge secret. No, you've seen it. It is the Thermion 2 XP50 LRF. You've seen pictures of it. It's got the laser rangefinder really on top of the objective lens. Kind of knew it was coming a little bit, advanced, but still an important piece.
It is
a missing piece to the Pulsar
Thermion
line.
It is, absolutely. Thermion line is super popular. I know a lot of guys like the trail design, but it's been very obvious since 2019 when Pulsar introduced the Thermion line that is the way they really wanted to go with their lineup and their brand. And we love the Thermions, and I think it was always known they had to be working on creating an LRF for the Thermion body, and they did. And it looks good. It's got an interesting thing, the focus knob. Yeah. It's on both sides. It's ambidextrous, but it's a little knob, and it's on the side of the scope. So it's not the big normal adjustment there on the front lens. And at first I was like, well, that's kind of weird. But you know what? I started playing with it, and it was really nice. It was easy to turn that thing and get it dialed in, and I actually think it's easier than reaching your hand up there around the lens. So anyway, I really like that. Good unit. It's going to come in at $59.99. Again, should be here the next couple months. Excited to get that unit out in the field and play with it.
So, moving on, the Thermion. That's not the Thermion. No more Thermions. We're done with Thermion talk. Yeah. The Pulsar Axion 2. You got the XQ50. Or sorry, the XQ35, and then you got the XQ35 LRF. So you've got the non-LRF version and the LRF version. Look through them. The picture quality looked really good. Now, guys. We're in a show, there's 40,000 people here. A lot of thermal scopes are going to look really good, but we can tell, how sharp the lines and edges are on all this stuff. Look really, really good. I do expect that to be a good replacement for the other Axions that were discontinued.
Yeah, so as of right now, all the other Axions are gone. Every other model, the old XMs, the XQs, they're all gone. And we've just got these new the XQ35s, again, that Hans just mentioned, one with the LRF, one with not. And then we've got now the XM30F, F as in Frank, XM30F. That unit is going to be their $1,500 unit, $1,499. Very nice image quality. It's got all the features, so you don't have to worry about, in the past, those key models didn't have all the features. Full featured and really good looking unit for $14.99. We're excited to get out and test that as well. So I really like this lineup of Axions. I think this is going to be my favorite lineup because we've got it condensed down. 3, it's really what you need. Not too many different models. And another big thing on these, and we'll be talking about this more when we get more info, but they have increased battery life. I think supposedly doubled it or more. And I don't want to say something to be wrong, but I was hearing possibly 8-9+ hours. So we'll be doing some testing on those. We're very excited, again, using the same APS-3 batteries and APS-5 batteries, I believe, in those XQ35s. So anyway, longer battery life, we're always happy for that.
Yeah. Last 2 items over at the Pulsar booth, and all of y'all have been asking about this for a long time. We got the Krypton clip-on thermal, and we got the Proton clip-on thermal. So the Krypton is the 640 version. The Krypton FX, whatever. It's the Krypton.
Yeah, $52.99. 640, 12 micron, full mill deal. Yeah, and we know this is gonna be wildly popular with a lot of guys. It's been in Europe for over a year, maybe 2 years now. Guys over here have really been wanting it. And it's going to be interesting. We're going to be testing it out. We'll be trying it and seeing how it works and how we like it. Probably doing some reviews on it. Hans and I have not been huge clip-on guys, but we do know that this unit is popular overseas. A lot of guys want it. And so, by popular demand, we will definitely be testing it and reviewing it. And then the Proton. Hans mentioned that. That's going to be the little more affordable 384 version. It's going to be $32.99 for that unit. and we got to play with it a little bit as well. It's very small. I thought it was going to be a lot lighter weight. I think it's actually only a couple ounces difference maybe between the two. But again, excited to test those units out. I know that there's a lot of guys that have a lot of questions about these optics, these clip-ons, and so we'll be testing those soon.
A lot more, a lot more information coming out, a lot more content, Pulsar content with their new stuff. Stick around here. So we got Envision. Always loving seeing the people at Envision.
Yep.
Great, Tim, all the guys and girls in there. Great people, great company.
Sure.
It's not a small company, but it seems small because everybody knows everybody. It's like
very
a
nice.
homecoming.
Yeah, they're very, very friendly. Got to talk to the owners, Max and Olga. Super nice people. We always like talking to them, and got to hang out there for a while. Talk to them. Obviously, the question on everybody's mind is Envision is, when are we going to get more stuff? What's production going to be? Where's my XRF? Whatever. And so we talked about that, and they are just, working night and day in production. They've got, most of their crew out here at the show. But they said they left people, back there at the office working, assembling scopes. And, I know their goal is to really get production cranked up more this year. But gosh, just really, really good optics. We were really glad to get in there and see them, give them their award for the best high-end thermal optic, and that was the Envision Halo Xrf. I tell you what, I asked Olga this when we were in the booth. I said, when y'all came out with this $9,500 optic, did you think it was going to be your most popular scope and outsell everything else? I mean, people want it that bad. And she was like, no. And I was like, me neither. I mean, we knew it was going to be great and it would be popular, but it's just amazing the demand for that optic. So anyway, always glad to see them. Everything's good in there. They don't have a lot of big plans right now. Anything that they're announcing, just keeping their nose down and trying to get production up, which is get more scopes out there in y'all's hands who want them. So anyway, good to see them again.
Yeah, so big shout out to them. Last one, folks out there we're going to talk about, iRay USA didn't have a booth here. We knew that. It wasn't unexpected, so I don't think that's a sign of anything. We did do a show with them earlier in the week that you did probably see. The iRay USA show got more views than any other manufacturer.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't tell you anything, I think it tells you there's a lot of anticipation from many of you out there as far as what their plans are moving on into the future. And this is going to be, if this year's like last year, it's going to be a big year for them as well.
Yeah, for sure.
They got 2 awards this year: best scope under $4,000, best thermal scope under $6,000. The Bravo and the Rico MK1. They're not here, but there's still a lot of talk about iRay.
There is. There's a lot of buzz in a lot of booths about iRay. As was mentioned on our interview with Casey from iRay, we released earlier in the week, they've already announced it, the new Zoom thermal monocular. It's going to use the same battery that the Ricos use. Really like that. It's going to be a 6+ hour battery that is compatible with the scopes and the monocular. 640 high resolution, great image quality, and it's got actual optical zoom. So you can actually, we've never seen anything like this. So it's going to be really interesting trying to review this and explain it. But instead of a digital zoom, it's literally changing lenses, and you're getting zoom through the lens. So you're not losing the image quality like you normally would digitally zooming up. Yeah. Again, 640, great image. We're really excited to get out there and play with this thing.
Yeah, you don't want to East Texas rednecks trying to describe the science on optical zoom. I can promise you that, because it's not going to be. We know what it does, and we know it's really cool. But describing how it switches lens, I have no idea. Anyway, so
don't forget about the micro.
The micro.
Yeah. So the micro, that's the other optic that's going to be coming from them. It's going to be a 3-in-1 clip-on, handheld, and weapons mountable. We have been demoing one of these things for a while. Image quality is unbelievable. Very, very, very good. Don't have a price point on that yet. And I didn't mention the zoom's going to be $39.99. So we don't have a price point on this micro yet, but again, stick around. We'll be talking about that more, and really excited to bring you some news on that. Okay.
Right.
Well, did we leave anything out?
Probably, but we're going to move on anyway. So next week, we don't have the final plans for episode 195, but it's going to be probably a lot of more talk about SHOT Show stuff, but maybe more industry related, maybe a state of the industry show where we're talking about how all of this together with new optics, the features that are coming out, what's starting to become more standard and optional. There's a lot to talk about. So
I want to bring up one thing real quick. I just want to forget about this. This is your time?
This is my wrap up. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, I'm going to get my phone out here because I want to look at a date.
You're going to give your phone number?
I'm going to give my phone number. Yeah. So don't forget, we've got the American Defense Manufacturing giveaway going on right now. Right. And so what it is we announced this on last week's show. American Defense made some Recon 30 millimeter mounts, got our logo on them, their logo, and they gave those to us. They also there's 4 of those, and what is there? Maybe 2 of the Sight Mark Wraith HD and 4K Max mounts. Again, logoed up, look really great. They gave those to us to give away. So here's what you've got to do: go to thelatenightvision.show.com. thelatenightvision.show.com. If you're on a desktop, you just go up to the top and you'll see ADM giveaway. If you're on a phone, you're just going to go up there and there's the 3 little lines for the menu. Just click on that. When it drops down, you'll see ADM giveaway. Sign up form is right there. Now, we're going to give away, we're going to announce the winners on next Thursday's show. Next Thursday will be the 27th, but we're going to stop entries on this at 5 p.m. Central Time on Monday the 24th. So you've got between, whenever you're watching this, up to Monday, January 24th, 2022 at 5 p.m. Texas time to sign up. We will be drawing a winner there for Thursday's show. So go do that. We've got a ton of entries. Get your name in there. Like I said, there's 6 chances to win. And we really appreciate American Defense for donating these mounts.
Yeah, I forgot all about the giveaway, but I'm glad you mentioned it because we got a lot of entries for that thing, and it's going to be a big, big giveaway. So, as always, if you're interested in purchasing any night vision thermal optic, 877-350-1818. You can talk to any one of us. If you have any question, if you want to purchase, purchasing decision, anything, give us a call, 877-350-1818. You can find all of our stuff on the website, outdoorlegacygear.com. Obviously, thelatenightvision.show.com, all of our past episodes. My YouTube channel, Hans ETX, just came out with the best thermal scopes and hunts of 2021. So the best of the best from last year, all the hunts, and getting a lot of great response from it as well. All the socials, Outdoor Legacy, Facebook, Instagram. Got me on Instagram. Man, I'm proud of myself. I've been more socially active on the media, on Instagram, posting everything we see. So I've got all kinds of stuff, and the Late Night Vision Show page and Outdoor Legacy. We've got a lot of pictures of the new stuff that you saw in this video. That's where it came from. But yeah.
Okay. Folks, hope you enjoyed it. I know it's been a little bit loud. There's a lot going on. There's people walking all around. I know it'll be a little hard to hear maybe, but we hope you enjoyed it. We really wanted to bring you something live from the show. Hans and I have been working our rear ends off, our feet off, walking them off, but
barely talk.
That's right, barely talk, But listen, this is what we do. We want to bring y'all all the breaking news, whatever it is for this industry. And we hope that you will continue to tune in to the Late Night Vision Show as your source for that information. And as Hans said, go to outdoorlegacygear.com if you're looking for any thermal optics, or hit us up. We will be, good Lord willing, back in Texas next week, and we'll be glad to be there and ready to get back to work and answering all y'all's phone calls and emails. And so we look forward to talking to y'all. But between now and then, from sunny Las Vegas, y'all stay safe in the fields and keep making those bacon pancakes.